is facing significant headwind. What we're talking about is a lot of different things culminating into one boiling pot. What does it mean for you as a homeowner or a home buyer? That's a great question. Let's talk about the facts here, the things that are affecting the housing market, as well as the automotive and healthcare and credit and finance and GDP and military, everything. All the spending is coming to a head right now. And yes, we have turmoil that's going on in Minneapolis, now California, and all over the United States. That's not really going to affect the housing market. What is going to happen is what's going to happen to the economy this year, and that's hugely important. Are you facing a layoff? Have you recently been laid off and trying to find another job? Are you kind of anxiety about what's going on? Do you think we're going to go into a market? A lot of people do, but we still have a ton of people buying houses. The best time to buy a house is right about now. There's less competition. Rates suck right now. They're not great. They're not as bad as they were last year, but they're not great. There's less competition. Around March timeframe is when we're going to see the market kind of shift. We'll see rates come down, more buyers will be in the market. Job worries weigh heavily. You still need a place to stay. Houses are really unaffordable right now. That's why a lot of people are moving out of expensive areas and going to less expensive areas. If you're thinking about moving out of California or out of the Santa Clara County or the Bay Area, let me know. That's my job. I help you move. I can arrange movers, repairs, all that stuff. I have a carpet guy going up today to one of my listings, and it's just what we do today. We facilitate the entire move so you don't have to worry about it. Job worries are massively important. If you're fearing a job loss, take it on the chin. Start looking now. It's important that you start looking now, because if you're worried about it, it might happen. If you're not worried about it, it's not even on your radar. Think about buying the next house now versus when the market's crazy and hot again and at 5% and everybody's back in the market. Can you adjust your rates? Absolutely. Lower rates help. Absolutely. But when lower rates come, that means everybody else will come back into the market and there'll be more competition. So that means you'll be paying more for that house that you targeted, or that budget will buy you less because there's more competition. Just keep that in mind. That's why I'm telling you right now, it's less competition. We might even be here. We don't know. We don't know until 18 months passed, right? I can tell you that last year, the last couple of years sucked. They sucked because rates were so high and things were so unaffordable because 2020, 2021, we had a firestorm, prices went up. Now they're unaffordably, and people that want to sell don't want to sell for less. They know what their house is worth, plus or minus, right? And then ego. What's the number one reason why houses don't sell? Ego. You think your piece of shit house that you've never upgraded, has tile on the kitchen counter, original cabinets, olive drab or vanilla or beige bisque appliances. People don't want that. They want fully turnkey, right? And if you don't want to upgrade your kitchen or your bathrooms, or you still have 1990s wallpaper on your bathroom wall, your house is not worth what you think it's worth. Your house is not average. It's below average. We can fix that, or we can just adjust the price and bring in the right amount of people. It's totally up to you. But don't come to me and tell me that your house is worth X, which was 6 months ago, and your house hasn't been updated since you moved in 30 years ago. Probate and estate sales, we talk about this all the time. If you have older parents and they need to go into an active adult community or place where they can be watched over or taken care of, like a retirement home, let me know. This is one of the things that we've been doing lately, is taking everything that you own, getting rid of it, selling it, estate sale, that kind of stuff. Let me know how we can get you started with this to get your parents in a comfortable and safe environment. I talk about it to people all the time. When your parents are still alive and they're losing touch with things that they can normally do, then it's time to have that conversation. We're trained in working with you to coach you on how to talk to your parents about that kind of stuff. So let me know if you have any questions. All right. Remodeling outlook rises as home building sentiment sinks. It's not just the home building. Home building has been slowing for the last 2 decades, which is one of the reasons why we have artificially high and outrageously expensive housing right now. One is due to inflation. When the cost of the dollar gets lower because of inflation, housing, gold, stock market are all naturally going to get more expensive because the cost of the dollar will need to be adjusted to fight that inflation. And if you don't own a house right now, you're really feeling the pain. Home builders over the last 2 decades have slowed building, which also hurts home buyers. On top of that, you have the economy shifts, you have all these other things that are affecting the housing market. And the problem is, if you have a house, if you bought a house in 2020 or 2021, you paid a surplus for it, but you also got 2.5%, 3%, you're less likely to sell. So those are the 3 major things that are affecting you. Inflation, lower homes production. The problem is if you're in your not forever home, the options are sell it and buy, rent it and buy, or stay in that and make it your forever home, or at least the next 10 years until all this stops happening. Remodeling demand has never really waned over the last 15 years. Now, I know good contractors who are constantly busy, and they're 3 to 6 months out. Some are a year out, some are 18 months out. Then you have the ones that go, oh, the market's slow and this and that. It's because they suck. Now I'm talking about licensed contractors, they're builders, they do full-on remodels. I know a few of them. It's because they know how to get it done with good quality, work with the permit department, make sure that the products come in on time so they can throw it in and fix it and make it look good, and then they're off running doing something else. Yes, builders, contractors right now are super expensive, but that's because everything else is expensive. Inflation has taken a huge punch in the face for every American. And your choices are stay where you are and don't do anything, or do something now, i.e. rent and move, sell and move, or stay and remodel. Might be a smarter choice for you to do that. New home market is stalling. Why? Because it's unaffordable. And since we're still at 6%, we're actually seeing 5 3/4. You can get it down to 5.5. But once that market hits down below 5, you're going to see massive amounts of competition come back in. Even though mortgage applications have gone up, people are still hesitating right now because they think that the market's going to stall. Remember, we talked about that in this last episode, or in this last article right here. Cupertino House of the Week. Here you go. Standard 3-2 ranch house, 1,200 square feet, $2.5 million on a busy road. Yeah, look, cooling? I'm looking cooling. Oh, central AC. Okay, so there you go. Guys, there's not going to be anything fancy about this house, I can tell you. Look, paneling, nice wood floors. At least you have that to build on. Updated kitchen. What the hell kind of refrigerators? That's like a dorm refrigerator. You have granite countertops, 1990s, maybe early 2000 cabinets. I can't tell if they're whitewashed or they're peeling. Either way, I would have painted it. Looks like it was a rental. There you go. No floor plan, $2.5 million. There you go. All right. This is what you get in Willow Glen for $2.5 million. 4-bedroom, 4-bath, built in 1939. Recently remodeled, 2,000 square feet, and it's walking distance to Lincoln Ave. Let's take a look inside. Yep, brand new kitchen, dual tone color cabinet. Seems to be a fad these days. I'm not really a big fan of this brass. This new brass is like the black is the new orange. Orange is the new black. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of that brass. And you did floor plans, so thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's a good agent. Atherton Ave, luxury home of the week, $24 million. not my listing, 7 bedroom, 7.5 bath, 12,000 square feet, 2 acres. And it looks like a castle. What you're buying is size, right? It's ego. It's like the same guy that drives around a big old fancy extra large truck, 500 photos, same stuff. Way too many photos, guys. Nice floor plan. Let's take a look at it. There's a lot to talk about, right? I get it. It's opulent. I wouldn't have put 117 photos on it though, which is 80 million. We closed 80 million in Santa Clara just last week. We have 175 closed deals. We're in third place though, because Alameda and Contra Costa, just like I've been telling you, those are the best buys of Contra Costa and Alameda. Unlike San Mateo, which is overpriced, $2.5 million on average. Alameda, 1.3, it's affordable. Contra Costa, a little bit more, 1.1 million average. That's wrong. Santa Cruz, also a great buy, guys. Not a lot to pick from, but $1.25 million, it's a good deal. It's a good deal. And list price to sales price, you can get a good deal because it's just hard to buy in Santa Cruz, but it's also a better buy. So if you can't afford $2.5 million, let's talk about going